Oh my goodness, what an episode we have today, ladies and gentlemen. If you do bad things, you get caught eventually.
Okay, let's talk about it. COOLKICKS founder Adil Shams was arrested for stolen property, and this might be bigger than just resale. So forget about sneaker drops. This one feels straight out of a Netflix true crime series. The LAPD just confirmed they seized over $500,000 worth of stolen Nikes and apparel. This went down October 2nd at a Santa Monica warehouse, and LAPD wasn't alone. They worked with Union Pacific Railroad Police, LA Port Police, LAX Police, and the LA County DA's Bureau of Investigation. Basically an Avengers for LA police forces. Inside the warehouse, detectives found over 2,100 pairs of Nikes plus 150 cartons of apparel. Unreleased heat stacked on pallets, and the LAPD even shared pics. And honestly, it looks like SneakerCon if SneakerCon had handcuffs.
Jesus Christ.
Sham was booked on felony charges for receiving stolen property, and his booking number is 710-2352 if that's a thing that you're into. But here's the twist. LAPD says this was stolen train cargo. Now that should sound familiar to you if you're keeping up in the sneaker world. Earlier this year, thieves in Arizona and California hit Union Pacific trains and made off with nearly $2 million worth of Nike product. LAPD hasn't officially confirmed the connection, but the timing and the description make it all look really suspicious. COOLKICKS, for their part, says that they didn't know that the stuff was stolen and that they bought it in good faith. But LAPD says this is part of a much bigger investigation into cargo theft. And yeah, they're expecting more arrests. Sounds like this is bigger than just COOLKICKS. It's about how stolen product sneaks into the legit sneaker game. I'm Jacques Slade, and this feels less like sneaker shopping and more like Fast and Furious. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below.
Yo, man, bro, the last few years have just been unbelievable in terms of just like investigations and Nike going after people getting sued, people getting locked up, resellers being shady.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right, so I mean, you saw what it is. If you live under a rock, you came to this video, we're doing a little news. You guys dig the format. So here we are again, another commentary video. Would love to hear your opinion on this. I think the internet is so weird in the aspect of people are just praying for everyone's downfall. Now, I'm not here to bash COOLKICKS by any means. I think I had one encounter with them and I tried to buy some shoes like way back in 2015, 2016, and it never went through. I lived in LA. I went in the store, never had any issues, never was treated badly. I don't think these guys are bad people by any means. So that's my perspective. That's what I've, gathered from my personal experiences with them. When I go on the internet, I just see a lot of hating, to be honest. Like I said, everyone's just waiting on everyone's downfall, which is just so tragic. People are even waiting on my downfall, and it's just like, bro, chill out, all right? So the first allegations, everyone was on the internet talking about, oh, they sell fakes and they're mixing all their authentics with fakes. And now we finally get some actual details of what's actually going on with this case. The Whatnot stream was insane. He was on live, and before he knew it, he thought he got swatted. And turns out it was the LAPD, pulling up on him, seizing sneakers. We've seen this happen before. Back to what Cousteau said about the train incident. That's happened before in Memphis. There's been a lot of times where product is stolen and it's basically just distributed throughout the country. I mean, we even think of back during the riots, right? When people were going nuts, breaking into all these sneaker stores. What happened to all those stolen goods, right? It was sold on eBay, sold on Craigslist, moved realistically probably to other sneaker shops. People probably sat on tons of, well, they didn't sit on it. They stole a bunch of inventory, waited until things cleared up, and then, move the inventory. A lot of even the old sneaker plugs that I used to have, and I'm not talking about my boy Fine Line, just other sneaker plugs that I dealt with, man, just a lot of shady business that seems to be happening as of now, and money disappearing, and the game is ugly right now, y'all. It really is. And I know a lot of people, they sit and say they hate resellers and resellers ruin the culture, but in a sense, resellers, I want to say, made the culture interesting. You look at someone like Round 2, you look at COOLKICKS, who have these massive YouTube channels that bring entertainment to millions of people. At the end of the day, that's all this really is entertainment. It's a business that's about something you are genuinely into. And I'd love to hear how many of you guys tuned into, you know, those different series that all these resellers had on YouTube. And, you know, even me, I talked about how to be a reseller. Those are some of like my biggest videos. And I never was like a crazy reseller, but I did it here and there, you know, to pay for this and that. And, you know, the whole temp when it comes to this whole sneaker culture. And I will say, I do truly miss that. It does suck that a lot of sneakers are essentially bricks now because at one point these were investments. Your collection was something that you could buy, wear, and sell and still come out positive, you know what I mean? And now a lot of things have dropped tremendously. Some shoes you pay retail for and they're not even worth half retail, which is kind of disappointing if I'm being honest. And I get a lot of people who are like, you know, right now is the best time to be a sneakerhead, and it is. And I'm glad that everyone can secure their pairs and whoever wants to cop whatever gets it, right? I'm super happy for that. But there is a part of me that misses that premium, honestly, like 2013. Like that was a great time to me. 2013, 2014, where you were kind of on the edge of, it was hard to get shoes, but also you had opportunities to get, you know, 2 or 3 pairs. And like I said, make your money, pay for your pair, and just keep it pushing. Like it just doesn't get any better than that. And now I think things just got way too complicated. Now this is one of those things that's probably going to spike a lot of controversy, and I want to hear what you guys think about this, but I truly believe a lot of celebrities are wearing fakes, man. Let's say COOLKICKS did mix in fakes. I'm allegedly, right? We don't know none of that. Let's say any of these sneaker stores do, because the reality is, whether it's StockX, Go, whatever, there is no 100% authentication process unless it comes directly from Nike. You can do all the verifications you want in the world. No one is truly telling the difference between real and fake 100% of the time. There is so many fakes that have slipped through the crack. I guarantee all of us that have been buying from these other sites probably have some fakes in our collection and we don't even know. And that's just my take. You know, take it with a grain of salt. I could care less if you believe it or not. That's just what I personally think, and based on what I've seen. I still remember I had this friend who was a huge collector, dude made good money, had this huge collection, and he was showing me all his shoes, and I'm just like, bro, these aren't real. Like this pair's not real, this pair's not real. And he's like, wait, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. And he paid steep resell, buying off of eBay, buying off of StockX, buying off of Go. Now, I'm not accusing any of these specific sites of selling fakes, because we don't do that. Ain't no defamation of character or whatever y'all want to come at me about. I'm just saying things happen, okay? So be careful. I've genuinely got to a point where the majority of the time, if I miss out on a shoe, that's it, wraps. And obviously there are sources that I have, I'm sure you have, that you know the shoes are legit. But one of my favorite quotes from the movie Dope, right? The only difference between real and fake is the person rocking it. There's tons of these celebrities out here, just, they don't care. Who cares? They're rich. It don't matter. Them boys set for life. But I do think, you know, this whole situation, we're going to follow the story and see what happens. I could genuinely see it going either way, but realistically, these boys making money, right? They've been making money. You see the YouTube videos pop off, man. They have tons of foot traffic. They've been killing it for years. So it wouldn't surprise me if someone said, hey, I got all this stuff. This is what I'm looking for. They bought it, and I'm sure they knew, or little did they know, that it was stolen goods, and it was only a matter of time before something happens. It's that good old quote, the chickens come home to roost. Rarely are people innocent. A lot of times, I do personally think karma catches up to you. You do bad things, you get caught eventually. You get greedy, you get caught eventually. You've been shady, you get caught eventually. We'll keep following this investigation and see what happens. I swear, man, ever since Cat Williams said all lies will be exposed, that's all we've been seeing across the board. Who would have thought? Who would have thought sneakers would have this much drama? I mean, 21,000 pairs, $500,000 seized. Out here looking like Pablo Chacon. Who knew the sneaker game was like the drug game, man? Who needs power on stars when you got sneaker shops gone wild, man? Let me know what you guys think of this whole situation. Let's get that conversation started. This is your boy Sneaker Life. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Run it.
Hands in the air now. Sneaker Life. Hey.